Bo, bo, bo.
with the
Yeah, go on, my brother. You have to introduce us. You gotta introduce us to the people.
these people they cheering for us, man. They love us, man.
This guy loves his sound effects, bro. He loves his sound effects, bro.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Entertainment HD. This is a podcast. I'm here with my host, Starward HD. He has a lot of good content on this channel, man. I want you guys to go ahead and check that out, man. Good
Yeah,
stuff with
yeah,
God of
yeah,
War,
yeah, yeah.
Assassin's Creed. He even touches on Spider-Man. He reaches out to a lot of different niches, so he's just not one of those channels where he's just talking about one particular thing. You know, it's a variety channel. So,
Yeah, but
um,
we
how
cover
you
what we
feeling today,
can.
man?
I'm good, bro. I don't know. Like, we meant to start like what, like an hour ago? You had
Yeah,
like some bad storms. This guy got
bad
hurricanes
storms,
taking
power
out his.
outages.
He's got hurricanes taking out his internet.
Everything, bro. It's
Hey,
everything's
yo,
crazy over here today.
bro.
Um, but we got a lot to talk about today. We got the FTC approval
Yep.
for the non-compete clauses. We're gonna touch in a little bit about that. We're gonna talk about the take two. We got layoffs, so it's a 5% layoff
That's
globally.
crazy.
So
It's like 580 people out.
yeah, so it's a lot. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the Batman Arkham Shadow. That's a topic that I wanted to add on to the stream just
Mm-hmm.
because I'm more familiarized with that. I know you played some of the Arkham games in the past, but
Played some of it.
I'm kind of a big superhero guy, so
Yeah.
that's that part right there is strictly for me.
This guy is a Batman super fan. The Flash, like he worships the Flash. He wakes up in the morning, hail you, Flash. That's what
He
he
thinks
does, bro.
he thinks that Superman can beat the Flash. We got into an argument yesterday. He thinks that's
I
possible.
don't think I know. There's a
like
difference.
like that video
You
you pulled
got
up with Goku beating Superman is just irrational.
Superman did
I
beat
mean,
like
Superman beating Goku. Sorry, that's
yeah.
just
Goku found himself
impossible.
in heaven, found himself in Valhalla at the end of the fight. He didn't even know where he was. He's like, wait, what's going on? Oh shit, I'm dead. I mean,
Literally impossible. I can't believe that somebody even made that and had that go that way,
now to be
Superman's
honest,
way.
it's opinion based at the end of the day.
Yeah,
But like I would say, Superman with a name Superman, he can do things that Superman, you know what I mean? Like you can't really compete with that kind of shit. He's the guy that when he steps into the room, you know what time it is. You know what I mean? He has no watch on him, but you know what time it is, bro. It's super.
until somebody pull out some
It's Superman,
kryptonite
bro.
or use some magic. That's all it is. But
Everyone's got the weak points at the end of the day.
but
Barry
we do
Allen's got
got
his ankles, isn't it?
nah, man. It's just not possible.
But
Dude
if he
can
break his legs, he's fit. He's done with. He can't run with his hands. He's gonna run with his hands, bro.
you got to be fast enough to do that.
Get out of here, bro.
That's the
Super's
that's
fast
the
enough to
thing.
do it. Let's
No
get to the
way.
topic, bro. This guy want to take me down the rabbit hole again. I'm gonna. This
Let
guy
me share
said,
the
"Hold on."
screen right now so I can let everybody see what's going on.
Yeah,
Um, cause it's just the topic.
yeah. Let me put it up for you.
All right,
Right, these
so
are the
we got
take two layoffs.
yeah we got the take two layoffs. So that's a lot to talk about. So as you guys can see from the article, a widespread of job layoffs continue to impact the game industry. Double the publisher private division and various studios have been the latest of the casualties to suffer from major job cuts. But this is the interesting part right here, right? The Take Two announces last month plans to cut 5% of global staff, estimated to be 580 people by the end of the year. It appears that the private division has borne and burnt out most of the cost cutting measures. Now that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of game developers being laid off. Obviously it's they're already taking into consideration that it's the CEOs of the company are it's cost cutting to them, so they're not in the position to where they're really losing anything, at least not as much, right? So
I mean, to be honest, if I'm gonna like fire like 580 people, I will be firing people who I think are not gonna have much impact to you know. There's certain people in your team that when you take them out and you fire them, your project might not come out as flourish as you want it to be. So I don't think you're firing the most talented in the office. Not saying that these guys are not talented, but there is there are levels to this shit. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, you're not
yeah,
gonna fire your head video game
that's what I'm
designer.
saying. Yeah, so you probably fire those who you think you can still do without, which is kind
Yeah,
of sad at the same time. But you know,
but in the process of this, them cutting measures, it's a lot of game developers that will, like, we scrolled down a little bit to the article where we talked about Take Two, right? Take Two is going to be um a part of that 2K. Obviously, as you guys can see, the brands that will be right here, Rockstar. These are some of the things that are potential layoffs that will happen to delays in games, like we talked about on the last
bro,
live stream. GTA. This is
yeah,
going to
gaming
affect
getting expensive, bro.
GTA as well. So, and it's like people were thinking in 2025. I'm still going 2026, early 2026. Typically, GTA is released later on in the fall time, September, October, around that time when they
Yeah,
do release. But I'm thinking now, with it being delayed, I think we're probably looking at essentially early 2025. So, I mean 2026, sorry, early 2026, delayed 2025, because with these layoffs with 2K, Rockstar, and these are some of the two major companies that are going to be affected by
bro.
things like this.
Not gonna lie to you, when it comes to these layoffs, I would say it's our fault in a certain way. Where what I'm trying to explain is, when it comes to gaming, the gamers are the ones who always want games to be of higher quality, on that kind of stuff. But they do forget that to have a game with so much quality, you need to invest so much money into it. Take Spider-Man for example. That game cost like 200 million to make, and I'm not talking about the marketing or like every other bits that gets into making the game. I'm just talking about like just filming the game, like with the motion capture and the graphics,
Yeah, voice
all that kind of
actors,
stuff.
you got to pay
Voice
those
actors.
guys.
That's 200 million right on the spot to make a game like that. And gaming is getting expensive. And obviously, with the release of Helldivers 2, it showed these developers that you can make a good game without having to spend so much money into it. Helldivers 2 is a double A game. It's not a triple A game. And we have sadly developers like Ubisoft coming out recently saying that they've made a game, the kind of quadruple A game like Skull and Bones, for example.
Right.
No one's trying to, like gaming is shifting from the path where developers are putting so much money into the game, taking so much risk, and in return not making even half of the money they invested in the game in the first place. So that's why from now onwards in the future, for example, I saw the head of Naughty Dog, what's his name again? Neil Druckmann. He did come out to say that he is going to be moving the team from making AAA games to making double A kind of games, so like indie towards type of games. And it's kind of that moment in gaming. It's kind of a sunset of when making high expensive games with so much graphical power and all that kind of stuff. They're moving now into making games where you kind of know what to expect from it, so less risk. They're going to be doing what they know works. So
Yeah.
if any formula they've been using for the past few years, that's what they're just going to stick to, rather than trying to implement something into the game that you don't know if the people are going to accept or not. Do you know what I mean? So I
Right.
think that's where game is headed. So it's kind of the fault of the player at the same time, and also the fault of the developers. It's just one of those things that during time in the timeline of let's say creating or like or making content in this position. We're talking about gaming. There's going to be an evolution where there's going to be a change. So we went from gaming, I would say back in the Xbox days, PlayStation 3 times,
It
PS2,
was
PS1.
mainly just RPG,
It was mainly just making a fun
strictly
game.
player
Yeah,
versus computer,
yeah.
no
The
live
game wasn't
service.
meant to look so good. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I know with advancement in technology, we get new toys to play with. But obviously, gaming back then was so much different. It's just about having fun. Do you know what I mean? So
Right.
we've gone from that now to this modern time of gaming where it's all about the most powerful console, 4K 60, 4K 30. No one cares about the story of the game or how the game is meant to feel fun, or the main aspect of playing the video game, which is the game being fun. And then we've got from that now to make an expensive game. And now it seems like gaming is going back to where it all started in the first place, because things are just getting expensive. And also from the COVID times, a lot of people were hired, and now COVID is over. We don't need you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people who are playing games, so more people will buy more games, buy more console. PS5's sales has gone down. They're expected to sell about was it 25 million, and it's gone down to like 20 million. It might not sound like a lot to you, but that's a lot of money right there. And
Yeah,
Sony knows that. No one's buying, like, people are not going out to buy PlayStations as much as they used to, not even the Xboxes. Do you know what I mean?
right.
And with the PS5 Pro around the corner, that's still another thing where Sony's putting a barrier, telling us why people shouldn't buy a PS5 and should wait for the PS5 Pro. But if no one's gonna spend £500 or $500 on the PS5, why are they gonna spend 700 on the PS5
On the
Pro?
Pro. Yeah, it's
Do you know what I
just
mean? Like,
it doesn't make sense.
a lot more people
Especially
still
when
play
there's
the
no
PS4 to this day. A
yeah,
lot of people still
especially when
play
there's
the PS4.
no good games coming out too.
Not at all. Not at all. So it's kind of a state in gaming where the future is quite worrying and stuff. So seeing things like these layoffs, it's not just Take Two. I think EA's gone through a bunch of layoffs as well. I think Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Um, was it Bethesda? I heard last time.
Yeah, Ubisoft, Bethesda, EA. We talked about, and EA is one of those things that, like we talked yesterday on the phone.
Yeah,
They're actually transitioning away from licensed games. So
yeah.
EA is going to get rid of. I don't want to say get rid of in a sense like they're just trashing it, but after this 5 or 10 year deal that they have with Marvel, when it comes to EA's Iron Man, EA's Black Panther game, and there's a third Marvel game that's unannounced yet. Once
But what game
they
is that?
it's I don't know. It's unannounced. But for a fact, we got the cliffhangers Black Panther. We
Mm-hmm.
have with EA. We have the EA's Iron Man game, and there's a third game that they're going to have come out. All of these games will be using the Unreal Engine 5 that's already out now or in the process of becoming out. But they're going to work on those three projects with Marvel, and after that, they're just going to focus on their licensed games. They're not going to
Yeah, like
deal with
FIFA,
any
all the kind of stuff. Battlefield.
exactly.
That
Exactly.
works.
So they're not even going to because, like you said, it's so much money, and it's like, well, if we're trying to make these cutbacks, we can't afford to pay our people and then pay Marvel. We can't
I'm
afford to pay.
I'm literally in that point of time where I think making a Marvel game that doesn't work, it takes skill, and still at the same time doesn't take skill at all, because we've seen Marvel's Avengers, which was a massive flop. Recent, I think DC is more harder to make than Marvel games. So if EA is trying to go the Marvel route, I think they're going to cash out a whole ton of money. That's
Yeah,
just inevitable. It depends what kind of games they make, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah,
Like, you have to make games, like, you have to make games people ain't seen before. Maybe Iron Man,
yeah.
like an Iron
We and
Man
we
game.
have we've had Iron Man games in the past on the PlayStation 2 consoles, but they weren't.
No one remembered that, bro.
Yeah, no one. No, yeah, no one's
You
with
have to
EA.
make
So
you have to make something people can remember, like, Spider-Man level kind of thing.
yeah, and that's the thing. Insomniac's just been killing the game with these games that they have been coming out with Marvel games, the trilogy, the Marvel Spider-Man 2018, the Miles Morales, and the
They should
Marvel
just give
Spider-Man
all
2.
the they should just give all the superhero games to Insomniac. Give them all the
Yeah,
license, bro. They should just make it. When it comes to Marvel, at least. I'm not gonna lie to
yeah,
you, like, because they seem to know what they're doing. Just give them all the license into superhero games. 'Cause PlayStation is trying to turn them into the Marvel superhero game developer. Do you know what I mean? That's literally what kind of games they make now.
and it's a
You know,
5 year stretch for Insomniac.
and a whole lot of money to make as well.
Yeah,
I'll
so
take
we
it. I'll
so
take
we
it in a
got these
heartbeat.
we got these layoffs too as well, right? So the good thing about these layoffs, essentially, let's just say in the perfect world. So we have another topic. We have the FTC approves the non compete clauses, right? Game developers rejoice, and the FTC approves ban on non-compete clauses. There are going to be so many new indie games from AAA developers, right? So,
Yeah.
in other words, what this is saying is, let's just say hypothetically speaking, this isn't hypothetical. This isn't real. So, if you go to school for game development, engineering, graphics designing, you go to school for all those things. You get hired on by a company, let's just say Insomniac. I know this probably won't happen, but let's just say hypothetically, at Insomniac, you're a woman, you get hired in for that. So typically, what happens is there are a lot of things called, as you know, the workplace harassment. Now, the scary thing about this is that from a woman's perspective, um, obviously you don't want that to happen. That's just wrong. You don't want to be harassed at work. Nobody. They were harassed the voice actor for Mary Jane Watson in Marvel Spider-Man 2. They even called up to her place of work. Somehow they got the place of
Wait,
employment
wait,
number
wait,
where
wait,
she
wait,
worked.
wait, 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 wait. Who's harassing her? The players or the
Yeah,
dev team?
the players. But
Okay, I
this
was
is
about to say, bro. I was
yeah, no,
about to
not
say,
the
like,
dev team. But let's
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 see
just
what's
say
going on.
let's just say but it's still, it's still harassment. So
No, definitely,
let's
yeah.
let's just say Insomniac Games, they hire a lady in. She got a videographic game designer. She gets hired on through Insomniac. Well, now she's being harassed by her bosses. Remarks on how good you look, how nice you look, things like that. And a non-compete clause is technically you can't go work for the competition. Like, why would you come into a Burger King with a McDonald's shirt on? That's stupid. You can't. That's literally like, you can't really go work for the competition. Not saying that, like, now people do that now, but it's different. If you're
I
working in the
think,
game development team,
yeah.
it's you can't leave from where you at. And typically, what happens is with the non-compete clauses. Let's just say that lady that was getting harassed at work, that she finally gets fed up and she quits her job. Well, now she has to wait 6 months to a year so she can even go work somewhere
Is she
else.
getting paid while she's
No,
waiting?
no, this
So
is
she
this is not getting
so
paid
she
at all.
doesn't get
So she
paid.
quit. She quits the job. She's
Uh,
not getting paid at all for six months to a year. So
And
what
this is
this is,
something you sign before you get into this company, before you start
it's
working for them. You have to sign it.
NDAs, non-compete causes, all of those things. You sign all of those things. Now they're coming up with a new law, which is helpful, right? So let's just say,
Yeah.
hypothetically speaking, if like the article we just read, those people are laying off 5% of their workload.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since this new law is taking effect, those
Yeah.
people that are getting laid off in, with, like you said, in 4 months, right? Let's just scroll down and check this out. Um, where was it
To
at?
be honest, like I see the good aspect of this, which means obviously people are gonna have, be able to get more job quickly and obviously transfer the idea from one company or to the other one. But there is a bad side to this though. Let's say I'm EA. No, actually, yeah, let's say I'm EA, right? Or Bethesda. And I want to make a Spider-Man game, right? And I'm missing some of the components that Insomniac seems to know how to implement in the game. And then I'll send one of my employees. It's like a spy thing, bro. Send one of my employees to go work for Insomniac, got all the information, and then they leave Insomniac, come back to me with all the information I need for me to make the banger game that I want to make.
Yeah.
Don't you think there's something wrong with that?
Uh,
Think
I
about it,
think
bro.
it's I think it's still more so, even though that they are working for a new gaming developer, they still signed the NDA. The
Bro,
NDA
we have
doesn't
hackers.
extract.
We have hackers hacking into these developers, like taking the information and sending to other dev team. It's kind of like the same thing. So I see there's a reason why
That's different.
what do you mean that,
That's
bro? Hold on,
different.
hold on. There's a reason why they implemented this law in the first place, to stop people from hopping from one dev team to another with the information they got from the other one. Do you know what I mean? Just to make sure that everyone uniquely has their own creative minds and ideas to flourish and all that kind of stuff. But taking out this kind of, like, I see what it's doing. I see how good it's gonna be for the people who are looking for new jobs. But at the same time, it's gonna put at risk, any idea you've managed to bring up for the past few years, and someone just leaves the company and takes it to the other place. Because when you're going to the other company, let's say I'm from Insomniac and I stop working from Insomniac, right? And I want to get a job at Bethesda, but Bethesda, they're gonna ask me, what are your experience from Insomniac? I'm gonna tell you what I've experienced for the time of working at the projects I've worked on, and let's say they like the projects, they're gonna hire me. Guess what? Next time I'm gonna be at work, they're gonna be asking me to implement those skills on what I've learned from the other company in their own, game or project.
Yeah, but skills is different, because you're going to learn a lot of the job, right? Let's just say you jump from restaurants, you're going to learn a lot of different ways that is
Yeah.
going to make your
Thank you for
workload
using the yeah, yeah,
a lot more proficient. Now, what happens is this though.
yeah,
These people still sign NDAs, so they can't disclose. Like, hey, we know that you used to work on at Insomniac. We know that you were one of the leads on the Wolverine game. What did they tell you over there? You can't disclose that. Like, you can't talk about that. So the NDAs still stand, and there's a. I'm pretty sure there's a time length that they give you from when the game is actually out. So if you're working on Marvel's Wolverine in 2018, when Marvel Spider-Man is already out, and you have 5 years to wait for that, which it will be 2023, which when the game was originally supposed to release, or early 2024. You
yeah.
can't even disclose any information because you still signed the NDA. What this is basically saying is that if you wanted to leave, um, if you want to leave Insomniac to go work for Sony, if you want to go work for, let's say EA wasn't doing the layoffs, if you want to go work for EA, you can go do that. But if you're still under the NDA contract of where you can't disclose any of the things. Now, implementing what you learned over at a previous company, you can do
Uh-huh.
that. You just can't talk about the project that they're working on. So if I'm working on
How do you
Black,
know that?
that's literally what is it. That's literally what it is. NDA
Bro,
is
hold
the
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on for a second. If I'm working, like you did mention the restaurant, for example, right?
right.
You said restaurant, right? Thank you for using that. Thank you very much. Because if I'm working in a restaurant where they make ratatouille, bro, and I know the recipe to making a good ratatouille, right? And I go to the other restaurant, and on my CV it says that I can make ratatouille, bro, and I know the recipe to making a banging ratatouille, and you employ me being employed, right? I'm gonna now reveal this, the recipe that no one knows, the highly requested recipe to make a ratatouille to your restaurant, and that's how you then start making your own ratatouille. It's like, it's like the top officials from Burger King or McDonald's breaking off, because I'm pretty sure they signed similar, NDA or whatever as well. It's like them breaking off from the company and create their own company, and they're just gonna copy the exact same formula for McDonald's. I'm not talking about the 9 to 5 employees at McDonald's. I'm talking about like the top officials, the guys who know the recipe to making a Big Mac.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So it's kind of like the same thing as well when it comes to gaming. Like I see the good side of it, but at the same time, like it's one of those things where I think you're like,
What's
you
up,
know,
Damaris?
there is a reason why certain laws were being put in place in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's what's up, Alex? What's going on?
Yeah, what up, bro? What
Um,
up? What up?
but that's the difference with that is celebrities sign NDAs all the time, right? Let's just say you're a
Yeah,
rich celebrity, you go meet up with a lady off Instagram. You
yeah.
you don't you have them sign an NDA so they can't disclose any information that's keep gaming with Bill. He was terrible on the sticks. This dude is a maniac. But these celebrities have these women sign NDAs so they can't disclose anything. They can't disclose where they met up at. They can't disclose a conversation. They can't
Yeah,
disclose text messages. They can't disclose any of these things in the media. Now that NDA could last a lifetime. You can't disclose that, or what happens to the person that does. They can either get sued, which which
bro.
has which has
That's all
happened in the
bullshit.
past.
That's all
That it
bullshit.
happens though. You
So,
signed you
bro,
signed an
many
NDA
actors,
contract.
many actors and voice actors, when they working for these gaming companies, they sign similar contracts where they don't have to say anything. But guess what? They hop on Twitter the next day and they release a little gems giving hints to what is to come. Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
and then they say and
It's
then
still
they
the
say
same thing. Still the same
they say
thing. Actors
they
do
say
it.
things
Voice
they
actors
say
do it.
things like, yeah, but
Like,
putting
bro,
putting up a
where do you
leak is
think the
different
leaks
than an
come from?
NDA though.
No, no, no.
That's
The
different
leaks
than
come
an
from the
NDA.
guy who's working for them. Like, let's say the voice actor for Venom, for example, right? Let's say he's making a Venom game and he's been told not to release anything or say anything in regards to this. But he goes on Twitter releasing little gems, like probably sends a screenshot of Venom, hinting
Yeah,
towards him working in the Venom project, but he wasn't meant to
that's
say in the first place.
that's a
That's what I'm
that's a hint.
talking about.
That's a hint though. That's a hint. That's
It's
not
still the
directly
same thing
saying,
because you are basically there shouldn't be a hint in the first place because it's meant
yeah,
to be a
but it's
surprise by a trailer. But now you've leaked it. The people are gonna make 1,000 videos on YouTube about it by the next day, right? Everyone that
yeah,
knows the Venom game is coming. And from there,
it's
we then start getting gradual leaks about what the game is gonna be and etc. Here and there.
it's
I,
called it's called having a community market for you. Game
no,
developers do that
no,
all the
no,
time.
no. It's not community market. I'm just highlighting the human's mind, bro. That's how human works. You tell them a secret, they sign it, they don't keep it. That's just how it is, bro. They're
Just
gonna,
look at
spill the
so if
beans
So
eventually.
even though Tony Todd put a picture of Venom up there and him standing next to Venom, right? A picture is 1,000 words. People could say anything. If he didn't directly say, "I'm Tony Todd. I'm working on a 2026 Venom game with Insomniac Games." If he didn't directly say that, then he can't get in trouble for that. What he can get in trouble for is if he signed an NDA, a non-disclosure
He did sign
agreement.
an NDA.
I said if he
Uh-huh.
does sign an NDA,
Yeah, yeah.
which is what this is talking about. The non-compete clauses and NDAs are different, but they're the same. So NDA is you can't disclose things that you're working on. You can go work for the other company. Yeah, see, he says I completely agree. You can go work for an additional
Hey,
company.
yo, what you know about this? What you know about this, Jarrell?
if you
Completely
if you
agree.
work if you work for Sony and you work for Insomniac, you can't go on. You can go work for, let's say, the NDA. I mean, the non-compete clauses. You can go get a job in 4 months.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
work
yeah.
at
Hold on.
Sony.
Just let me know. Was it the one arguing about the Flash yesterday?
No, there wasn't.
Oh,
There
it was.
wasn't
It
me.
was.
Yeah.
Bro. As my girl, his case right now.
That was my younger brother.
Oh,
But if
okay,
you
okay.
work for Insomniac and
Yeah, yeah.
you work for Sony Games, you leave Sony to go work for Insomniac. If the CEO at Insomniac asks you what projects were you working on at Sony, you can't disclose that. You signed an NDA. You can't even talk about that game until it's already out. That's when you can talk about it. That's when you can be like, "Oh yeah, I was head development on that game." He said, "Come on, baby, I know a little something." This dude thinks we can talk about that later on, bro. This dude thinks that Superman can just beat the Flash. It's just crazy. But
Again, I
it's
keep
it's still
correcting you. I know, not I think, but keep going.
it's still NDAs that are signed. But the non-complete clause is that now I can go work for Insomniac Games and I'll have to wait a year without a job. That's all it is. But if you still sign the NDA, that's not voided, even though you don't work for that company anymore. You still signed a legal contract. You literally signed a still a legal contract. Just because you don't work here, you signed a legal contract. These people really can't even talk about the games. Look at taking for instance Najee Jeter when he was talking about when he went to the Comic Con and the guy was like the symbiotes, man. Do you get a symbiote on you? And Najee Jeter just said, man, they're everywhere. He didn't say yes, I
Bro,
get
bro.
a symbiote on me because he
No one
signed
allowed to. No
NDAs.
one allowed to. Like, if you have a like a developer working for Rockstar, for example, and then they leave the team working for a different developing, you know, uh, game developing team, and they offer you like a amount of money you never got before. Let's say it was 100,000, dollars a year job, and then they're like, you know what, we'll give you 200,000 if you can implement the same skills you had from the other company in this one. They're gonna do it. There is no evidence that says that you've done it because they can't prove that you've told them everything you said you were going to tell them. They have no proof. You can't say he's done it. That's what I'm saying. This is just human nature. So it's written on paper. It doesn't mean it's going to get implemented. That's what I'm trying
Yeah,
to say. There's a reason
yeah,
why
but
this.
it's the this he's nuts. He's nuts for thinking that. Dude's literally
I
nuts.
definitely whooping on Flash. Yo, hey,
He's
bro.
nuts.
Do you know what? Like, there's no way to actually prove this. Bro? You see? Oh, he,
It's
he
just
agrees with me, my brother. Thank you, thank you. You
he's
see? You see what I was telling you,
he's
bro?
he's nuts.
Superman is killing the Flash, bro. In a
He's
second.
nuts. He's
In a
nuts.
second,
He's
bro. That's the
nuts.
reason why it's called Superman, bro. That's the reason why it's called the Flash.
You
He's not
guys are
called the
nuts,
super.
bro.
He's called the Flash because he's fast, bro. He's not Superman, bro. I keep telling
Super
you this.
Superman literally can't even go into the Speed Force like Barry Allen can.
He doesn't
He
need the
can't.
Speed Force. He
He
doesn't need
can't
it. He doesn't need it because he's Superman. That's the
go.
reason why
Just
bro. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. In the whole Justice League, right? Right. Who's the person that's been feared the most? Be honest.
Batman.
Get out of here, bro.
Batman.
After
That's
prep
not even
time,
up for argument.
bro.
Batman.
After prep time, Batman is just a human in a suit. That's it. You can kill him with a bullet. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, you can absolutely.
Bullet to the head. That's it. Batman's just a human in a suit. Forget the prep time. People be like prep time, gassing up Batman, all that kind of stuff. There's nothing special about bro. Iron Man will whoop Batman's ass, bro, in seconds.
Who?
Iron Man. You know that. You know that. Seconds.
That's that.
Seconds.
It depends. It
No, no,
depends.
no, 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 no. They're
It
different
depends.
levels. Like you're on a different level, bro. You have to admit this. Batman is he's just being gassed up a lot. That's just it, bro. Batman's been gassed up quite a lot, bro, in the whole superhero community kind of state. Like he's a speed force. Batman. I told you, bro.
That dude is nuts, bro. Don't listen to him. He's trolling right now. Batman is easily the most feared person in the Justice League.
Yo, nah, he's not,
That
but Superman, bro.
Batman knew about everybody in the Justice League before they even knew Batman existed, bro.
Cause he's
That's how
scared. That's
scary.
why he's hiding in his back cave,
Now,
spying on every other
now,
person, trying to find out how. Bro,
now he's hiding, man. Come on, man.
no.
That's cap, man.
He's hiding his back cave, trying to find out everyone's weakness, just in case they turn on him. Superman don't need to do none of that. You turn on him, you're kaput. You're done. You're finito, bro. Like he comes at you, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a reason why in the Justice League game, right? Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. That's the reason why Superman was the last one. I think it was the last one, right? Yeah, that's the reason why
And
he's
that was so trash.
But
That
still,
was so
regardless,
pathetic.
regardless, they put him as the last guy because he's the strongest. He's the most menace. He's the one you should be scared of. Like he strikes fear into your eyes, bro. Like your legs start trembling like some chicken legs when you see him. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just super at the end of the day.
Tell me
But
who's the hardest person to beat on the game. Y'all was just streaming it not too long ago. Man, technically the hardest person to beat was Green Lantern.
yeah, because he kept on like duplicating himself and all that kind of stuff. He had
Green
like,
Lantern was the hardest one to beat, not Superman.
yeah, not Superman. Yeah, no, for sure, not Superman. But I think Superman got easy because we had this, this kid that joined us in the stream. He
Yeah, it
told us,
was telling us
told us how to,
how
yeah, yeah.
like shoot the crystals and stuff. But getting back to the topic, like we were talking about the non compete clauses. This is going to help a lot of those people out that's losing their job. So
No, definitely will. It's just I see it as a double-edged sword, right? It helps them, but at the same time, is going to be some repercussions. It's going to be some some effects to it. That's probably not going to be nice, like
yeah,
10, 20 years from now, kind
I'm
of
I'm
thing.
just glad that these people don't have to go without a job for too long. To go to school for 8 years or six masters, maybe 6 years for game development, right?
Hmm.
And to say you want to quit your job and you have to wait 6 months to a year, that's
Yeah,
scary, bro.
I mean, you wait, but you have to remember these guys get paid a lot. Like they get paid a lot, like 150,000,
Yeah,
a
but
year,
when you make more
200,000.
money, you spend more money. That's the thing. When people make more money, you spend more money. If you go
Then you
from
make
making
more.
30,000, if you go from $30,000 a year to $130,000, you start to opening a wallet up a lot more than when you were making that 100 than you were making that 30K. Because now you're making triple that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So
depends on the person. I would
it's
say.
yeah, it depends on it. 'Cause if somebody's
Depends on
smart,
how
they
you spend
they
it. Yeah,
they
it
live
depends.
by their means. But most
Yeah.
people, if you're making if you make 30,000 a year and you go to
Hmm.
making 130,000 a week later
Yeah.
and you get a bonus check for $20,000, what the hell you gonna go do? You gonna go if you don't got a car, you gonna go buy a car, right?
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
want
Just
that
start
new
paying the car
PlayStation
insurance. Yeah.
if you want that new
That's up.
PlayStation 5 that's coming out and you couldn't afford it making 30 grand, you making 130, you can go buy
You
that
go
new
buy
PlayStation
somebody new
5.
PlayStation 5.
Yeah, you gonna go give your buddy some money and everything. So
uh,
that's just how it is. That's like you said. That's the human nature of things.
he's quoting me now, bro. He's quoting my he's quoting my what should I even call it?
He's quoting what you just said about who was last.
He's quoting my word my wise words.
But so this is actually good for a lot of game developers. I like this. I'm actually gonna cover this story um on the channel. I think I might do a video about this and release it on Monday. But this is gonna help a lot of people out who wanted to leave their jobs to go work for additional companies. Um,
You see that right there? There are going to be so many new indie games from AAA devs.
yeah,
That's crazy.
that's
That's
yeah,
crazy.
that's
Everyone's
that
going down indie route now right now. Because
yeah,
basically, Helldivers is kind of indie though. It's kind of
yeah.
indie. It's basically an indie game. It's not a AAA game. That's crazy, bro. It's scary. It's scary.
So
That's
get
a
get ready
lot.
get ready for
Indie
a lot
games
more God of
coming
War
in.
games to release. Assassin's Creed is gonna get a lot better because
Shit.
it's good, man. It's good. It's
Nah,
it's
nah,
it's
bro.
so good.
They're just trying to save money. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
they
but they don't
don't.
understand. They're trying to save money and cut costs, but they're gonna end up hurting their own self in the long run once all these other people run to these different companies who are getting treated a lot better
Bro,
and you know what I mean?
Helldivers has sold more than any PlayStation game so far. That's insane. It's the top 10 most played on Steam. No PlayStation games ever done that kind of numbers. Be it God of War, Spider-Man, Last of Us, all these games have been released on PC as well. They've never come close. Helldivers just up there, bro.
That released this year too, right?
That's what bro. It's outsold Spider-Man, God of War, all of them already.
Yeah.
That's
And it's only
crazy.
$40 too. That's what's crazy
Only
too.
that's what I'm saying. I think they spent like what, maybe 50, 100 million max in making the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
If you
And
load into the game and you look at the graphics, it's nothing great. Like it's not gonna
you don't.
blow you out of
And
the
I
water,
tell
bro.
people you don't need that. If like me, I'm a
Because it's
so
just fun. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. I play whenever I play games. I don't. The visuals are great. You want good visuals, right? But if I'm playing a game that has not the best visuals, but the story is great, oh, I'm going to take that all the time because I know I got my money's worth. You know what I mean? It's so hard to get a good game that has great visuals and a good story.
Yeah,
It's either you get one or the other. You can get great visuals and an okay story, but it's hard to get great visuals and a great story.
and a great
You,
story.
that's why I want to say that the Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order were great visuals and a good story.
I would
But
say more
more of the
Survivor.
story, yeah, Survivor was
Survivor's got more story.
more story than the visuals.
Yeah,
So
visuals were good. The
which was
story was
fine. The
alright.
visuals weren't bad at all. Which, like I
Mm.
said, which were okay. I'm okay with that if it's okay visuals and a great story because I feel like I spent $70 and the game prices are going up. Next year it's going to be $70 for $70 for a video game brand new. So if the prices of games are going up, obviously because it's not going to go down with the way that the cost of living and the economy is. If you're telling somebody they have to pay $70 for a game that just has um okay visuals and a great visuals and a bad story, man, nobody's gonna sit there and play that for that long. You can't have a bad like you were talking about the other day. It's the game looks promising from the what game was that we were talking about the other day? Star Wars, right? The Ubisoft Star Wars.
Oh
It's
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
it's developed by Ubisoft. Do the visuals look good for the game?
It
Yeah.
looks alright.
Yeah. Do we think that do we have enough confidence in Ubisoft to make a good Star Wars game?
Nope.
No. But it's a Star Wars game, so should
It's
it
just
should
gonna
it
be an
be done
Assassin's
right?
Creed game, Star Wars King.
Exactly. So and that's one of the things that like I said, I'm I try to like weigh my options out.
I don't know, bro. Like for the Star Wars game, when it comes to Ubisoft games, I try to wait. Have people sacrifice the money first and play it. And, watch the reviews, watch a few gameplays before I then try to get into it. What's he saying, bro? Right. So basically, bro, I was like, "Whoa, what is going on here, bro?" Try to read that, but regardless, when it comes to Ubisoft, bro, I'll give it time. I kind of let people play it first. You got reviews, you got lots of sites you can get, a feel of the game. And not gonna lie to you, like when it comes to like Assassin's Creed games, I'd rather go like the old Assassin's Creed games, like
Yeah, like Black Flag was the best one they had. If
Black
we're
Flag,
talking about 360 versions.
Odyssey,
Odyssey
Assassin's Creed
was
Odyssey,
I didn't play Odyssey, but Black Flag I played that one. My brother
Origins.
is a
Origins
huge
is good, bro.
Assassin's
Assassin's
Creed
Creed
guy.
Black, bro. There's a remake coming for Black Flag 4.
Remaster or
A
remake?
remake, bro. It's
Oh
been
yeah,
rumored like months ago.
I'll play that. I'll play that for sure. I'll buy that and play that one.
I'll play the remake once
I
it comes
like
out.
Brotherhood too, though. Brotherhood was good too.
I didn't play Brotherhood. I played
Brotherhood
Assassin's
was
Creed
fairly
3.
decent.
I played Assassin's Creed Revelations. Then I played
He said Odyssey hands down. Yeah, see, he's a big Assassin's Creed
yeah,
guy.
Odyssey, bro. I played all the DLCs in Odyssey, bro. Yeah, he's right. Odyssey, all the DLCs. I was playing all the like. I played I forgot what it's called, but there's one where you had to go to hell to fight Hades. When you were in like in a kind of a heaven state or something. But
Yeah,
Odyssey was pretty good. It was quite lengthy. You got like at least 150 hours plus for you to complete the whole game.
he said Black Flag second. Yeah, but I'm going Black
Black
Flag
Flag's late.
first.
Black Flag's late.
Brotherhood was good too, but if they make a Black Flag one a remake, I'll buy that for sure today.
Bro, all Ubisoft had to do with Skull and Bones is just take the thing they've done in Black Flag and put in Skull and Bones. That's
Yeah,
it. They don't need to like nothing else. Like, do you know like the reason why I like Black Flag is because you feel like a pirate.
yeah, exactly.
You can literally storm this marine forts and you got like the ships you can take down as well while you're navigating. And you can
Why you
even
not
like
even? Yeah,
like board the ship, fight on the ship, kill them, loot them, and get back on yours and repair yours and keep going.
like an actual pirate. Yeah,
An actual pirate, but on Skull and Bones, you can do none of that stuff, bro. You could
yeah.
just blow the ship up and then you loot the ship for viewership. Like it feels like a mobile game kind of thing, like a you know, bro, I don't know, but they literally just messed up. Just take the same thing you've done on Black Flag and put it on Skull and Bones, and that's all you need to do for a pirate game. If you can make a modern pirate game, call it quadruple A game, whatever you want to call it, but spend a lot of time and money into it and make a good pirate game because people are hungry for that. Sea of Thieves,
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves does not scratch the itch, bro. I don't know lie to you.
No,
Sea of Thieves
no,
just
no.
that shit feels like a cartoon, bro. Sea of Thieves does not do it. You need like a good pirate game, and that's it, bro. Like I think Ubisoft had they had the formula because they've been making Skull and Bones for about 10 years now or 5 years. So they keep on changing the developing team. They
Yeah,
change
they got to
keep on
stop doing
changing.
that.
Yeah, they changed the management, the developing team. That does interrupt with the flow of the game because if you change the manager for the project, he comes in with a totally different idea
A different aspect of what you
from the
guys
previous
are
guy.
completely used to.
Do you
Yep.
know what I mean?
And
It
it
kind of
throws
gets into
people
the
for a
whole
loop.
flow. Yeah,
So
because I remember years ago it was being advertised as a pirate game.
yeah,
It was being advertised as a pirate game where you can actually loot the stuff and you got a bit of combat, all that kind of stuff with the sword and the guns. But then 2 years or 3 years later, because there was a bit of a turmoil when it comes to development, and just kind of rumors that the game was being delayed and all that kind of stuff. And after that, the game just went downhill. Like no one knew what the game was going to be anymore. We're just waiting for it to get released to see what the game was going to be about. But yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. But
yeah. Like I said, if I'm
Ubisoft is just
yeah, they got a lot. They got a lot going on. He said Black Flag second, yeah, for sure. If I'm going, I'm actually going. Like I said, I'm going Black Flag first, and then I haven't played Odyssey. I need to go back and play some of those games. He's a big Assassin's Creed guy. I played that first one and got hooked, but then like I said, I stopped playing games for a while. But we got this article right here. We
Batman
got
Arkham
Batman
Shadows.
Arkham Shadow announced exclusively for the Meta Quest 3.
Yeah, you have
Now,
extensive knowledge in the Batman Arkham game, so take us down the rabbit hole, bro.
so this is a story that I actually covered before,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Um, this is a story I actually covered before on the channel. It was a couple of days ago. Now, what's kind of crazy about this, and it can go because this I didn't even know this was news, and just one day MetaQuest popped this up on X or Twitter, and it was there, and I was like, yeah, I got to cover this. I haven't because we haven't seen a Batman game since 2015. We haven't seen an Arkham style Batman game since 2015. So we already said that's my buddy. He's talking about Fortnite. I'll play that with him in a little bit. So we got the next adventure of the Arkhamverse has been revealed, but unless you have a MetaQuest 3, you won't be able to play it. Now, the crappy thing about this is that MetaQuest 3s are literally the same price as the PlayStation 5 Slim. So even I want to say almost $100 more, right? So we have the MetaQuest 3 that's coming out for this game. It's already out and it's going to be an exclusive. Now, when it
Hmm.
comes to more details for the game, we'll see more on June 7th, as you guys can see. Gotham City is in danger. WB Games teased alongside a reveal trailer, and you're the only one who can save it. Not much is known about the game yet, but more details will be shared during the Summer Game Fest this summer, and the annual Summer Gaming Showcase will take place Friday, June 7th, 2024. So that's good. We got a date. We got a date now for this. This is
Friday, June 7th,
yeah.
2024. That's the
So
release date, right?
that's that's
The
the that's the day
showcase,
of the summer.
showcase,
Yeah, the
the
showcase. So we need
showcase.
to
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
we can actually we're actually gonna be doing that on the channel, guys. We're gonna be live streaming that on the channel too. So
I don't know
um
about I don't know about VR games, bro.
yeah.
Something about VR games.
The
I
first
mean,
the first one was really good though. The first one was really good. The Iron Man game with Camouflage Studio was really good. The Rocksteady's Batman Arkham VR game was
yeah,
really good. I liked it. It was a great game,
bro.
bro. I even have it in the living room right
No,
now.
no, bro. Those games are good. I'm just talking about VR
Yeah, I would
because,
not for $500. That's the thing. So what happens is this, right? So as you can see, if you have to have a MetaQuest 3 or you won't be able to play it.
bro,
They said
like
that about
literally.
EA's. Sorry, go ahead. What's say?
No, no, go on, go on, go on, go on.
They said the same thing about when the first MetaQuest came out and they dropped the Iron Man game.
Yeah.
Now, what happens if you're somebody like me, right? This is what I did. I went on eBay, right? Or maybe it's Marketplace. I got a PlayStation VR,
Yeah.
not just the headset and the box, because all of this is so separate. Except for the Meta Quest, you get all of it in one. PlayStation VR, the toggle sticks for the combat, the sticks that you have, those are so separate. So I ended up getting the PlayStation VR, which is the headset, the box. I ended up getting both of the controllers, left and a right. I ended up getting an Iron Man game, Batman game, Resident Evil game, a Doom game. I got all of that for $100. Now, what's
Right.
good about all this? It's a great deal, right? What's good about
Right.
all
Cool.
this is that, or essentially, the Iron Man game for Meta Quest, the first Meta Quest, was only supposed to be a Meta Quest exclusive. But as times go on, there was a port that came out for people to play, um, for people to play it on the PlayStation. I even have the box in the living room as well. So it went from only being a Meta Quest exclusive to a PlayStation VR. So what I'm telling people now is that if they want to go get the PlayStation VR, see, look, announced Batman is a brand new VR game. Okay, so if they wanted to get the PlayStation VR, they can, and just go get it for cheap, like I did before they get expensive when this game released. Once this game releases next month in June, man, you think VR prices won't go up? Absolutely, because they know
Hold
people are looking for
on.
VR to play this.
Let me say what I was gonna say earlier, right? There's a problem. There's a problem I've got with VR games. You know, I'm like, when it comes to video games, I like the graphics, right? Graphics are the thing that pushes me to play the game most of the time. Like the first thing I will look for the game while looking at the game is how does the game look. Then I'll check for the story, check for the gameplay. See how it looks like. Because most of the time we get a cinematic gameplay, anyways. Something that has to do with the graphics to get you gassed up a little bit. So being honest, like I need the graphics looking good. And I know when it comes to VR games, graphics, I know that usually, the main aspect of what a VR game is meant to look like.
I think
I
I think that the Batman VR game, the graphics look great on there, bro. Like
have you
I
seen
I will literally buy you a VR so you can play that shit.
bro, hold on. Have you seen what's it called again? What's the game? Horizon Forbidden West.
I saw it. I didn't play it, but I saw it.
It had a VR version. It didn't look anywhere as good as like the base
Yeah,
one
yeah,
you
it's
play with
not
the
going. It's
controller.
it's
That's what I'm
never going to
saying,
look as
bro.
good as
That's what I'm
that. It's
saying. That's what I'm
never.
saying. Like,
It's never going to look as good because it's so much that you can do. It's so many different aspects of things you can do with VR because you're
yeah,
looking at it from your own perspective. So you're not going to be able to put something over your head and experience a 4K gaming. That's impossible. But for
it's not
what Batman,
impossible. It,
what
it
for?
might be impossible now,
Yeah, but in
but
the
it's not
future, yeah.
impossible. In the
If
future, it's
we're
definitely something that's going to be implemented more often.
if we're going to be talking about graphics wise, like let me see if I can. Um,
Graphics wise, I'm pretty sure that shit's going to be running at 720 pixels, bro. Trust
no,
me,
no, no, absolutely
720p,
not.
bro. No, no, like in the background, it's going to run at 720 and then upscale to 1080. That's what I would expect. It depends on what hardware you're running it on as well. It's gonna run 720. Most VR games, unless you're playing, like even if it says 4K, it best believe is run on 1440p on the back end and then upscaling to 4K. That's what the PS5 does. That's what the Xbox does. The only true way to run a 4K game is if you're playing on a PC. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? If
but
you're
that's
playing on
because
a
you can
PC,
optimize.
that's because you can optimize. You can go to the tweaks and the settings and all that kind of stuff. You can change it, and then you can make it output on 4K. But any other device, what it says 4K, it's definitely not 4K. It's kind of an upscale kind of 4K. Even when you watch YouTube videos on your phone and it says 4K, you ain't 4K, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's something I've got to learn. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's really, really hard to get true, native 4K. And that's the thing about the PlayStation I've been saying as well. Like, we all know the PS5 is not 4K, but if you buy the PlayStation 5 on the freaking box, it says 4K 120 frames per second. It's not playing a game on a native 4K 120 frames per second. That's impossible, bro. That's impossible because it's the same marketing strategy they're using for the PS5 Pro. They're saying it's 4K 120 frames per second. So, which is real? Do you know what I mean? Like, that means I'm buying the same thing all over again. But yeah, let's open this up. But Batman Arkham VR.
Can you enlarge this?
You have to
Okay, I see
enlarge
it
it from
now.
the.
Oh wait, there we go.
You have to click on that. Yeah.
So like this isn't that bad. It's not the best graphics, but you're looking at it through a headset, so they don't want people to get really too
Are you,
caught
are
up
you,
on visuals.
can you hear the audio? You have to put it up as remember you have to share the screen as what's the option again?
I think it might have been screen.
Yeah, you have to share it as a tab. You have to open up as a tab.
Why wasn't I
Can you hear it now?
Yeah,
here?
that's it.
Why
That's
didn't I
yeah.
stop it?
Data recorder detected.
I need to find out who did this. Analyzing Nightwing with the forensics scanner will help me identify the killer.
And what's the current resolution?
This is 1080p.
Multiple
1080p.
trauma. Cause of death, cervical fracture.
But it's VR
They broke your
1080p.
neck. You must have been in agony when you died.
I don't know, bro.
Downloading suit data recorder. Generating reconstruction.
You were the best fighter I ever trained.
I like the
How did
audio
they
though.
beat you?
Yeah, that's not
If
bad.
I can
Look
identify
at
the
that. That
precise
doesn't look bad
moments
for a
when your
VR
3
game.
main injuries occurred,
Not at all.
it might help me establish your killer's identity.
Who's
I
that?
can use the
Nightwing?
forensics
Yeah.
scanner to analyze the reconstruction.
They got it to where you can literally go in here and like reconstruct the entire.
I'll probably play it.
Yeah, it's good, bro. I got it for
I'll have to
$100.
check it out. I'll have to check it out. Let me check. Wait. On what devices can you play on though? You can play on the Quest 2. What's
You
it called?
dropped your guard before the
I
first
got
blow
a
fractured your
PlayStation VR.
jaw. Why hesitate? It goes against everything I taught you. How are your other 2 injuries sustained? There must be a clue in the reconstruction.
My man said VR is terrible on my humble opinion. Yeah, sort of, sort of terrible, bro. I mean, it totally depends.
I don't think when you make a comparison to a console game, it's impossible. You can't. You
Hold on,
can't
pause it
compare
for a
those
second.
two.
Pause it for a second. Like, it's something. It's a technology that is here, right? It doesn't mean it's perfect already. It's still being developed on. So, like, let's say in the next 10 years, VR is going to be in a position where it's not going to be terrible as it is now. Remember when VR came out first with PlayStation first was on a PS4? People didn't hop on a jump wagon so quick. Steam was it wasn't Steam, was it? Google.
It
What
was
was that?
it was the Meta and the Google. It was the Google phone VR
Yeah, not
that they
just
have
that,
for phone.
not just that. Even though Google came out with like a software or like an application where you can stream games. I forgot what it's called. Like a few years ago, like 4 years ago, people didn't hop on a jump out wagon because it's a technology that is ahead of its time. So that's what
Right.
happens when technology comes out. It's ahead of its time. People don't have, let's say the necessity or the capabilities to use certain technologies. For example, the Google streaming device, or not streaming device, but the streaming platform. People don't have the right connections and networks to stream games. That's why Netflix gaming is not taking off yet. That's why Game Pass, Xbox cloud gaming is not taking off yet, because not everyone has the fast internet to play games on demand. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so
That's
easy
really
to
the internet.
yeah.
The internet service is a huge. It's
VR
that helps.
VR is still kind of in that position where you have to put a whole big thing in your eyes. You got to hold the big controllers, safety measures and all that kind of stuff. You got wires and that kind of stuff. I don't know. Like, it's probably gonna take like 10, 20 more years max for you to, like, get properly. I would say the only VR headset that's making waves now is the Apple one. I don't know what name it's called. There's
I know what
Apple
you're
VR.
talking about.
Yeah, that's the only one I would say, like, bro, I'll probably get me that, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, there's a lot of things you can do with that, because I know when Apple comes into the game, they try to take it to the next level. Everyone could be doing the same thing. Apple comes in, they upgrade it, bro. They take it to the next level. But VR is
Yeah,
good. It's just it needs to grow more. Like, it needs to, graduate. I would say it's got a lot of
yeah,
things holding it back now. Not so just from the developers, but also from the user, from the consumer, and what they want. A lot of people still prefer playing games on the controller. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
That's all. Nothing's gonna top that.
yeah,
That's because that moves a lot more fluently and proficiently than a VR game.
that's what I'm
VR, you
saying,
got to
bro.
worry about a lot of bugs and glitches still, like you do in a regular game. But VR is
Yeah.
it's obviously up there. But we're actually going to be June 7th, we're going to be doing. This is what we have going on for the channel. Entertainment HD podcast. You guys make sure you go hit that like button down below. Subscribe.
Straight up.
We got a lot of stuff going on that me and Thought were got going on. We got reaction videos that are going to be coming up on the channel. We're going to have agreements and disagreements with other additional YouTubers about what they're doing, what they said, just basically giving our opinion. We're not going to, slander anybody or crap on them, stuff like that. So we got reactions, we got agreements and disagreements. We're going to be doing live streams. Once we get our Discord and everything together, we're going to be doing some live stream. We just bought a Rainbow Six Siege, the deluxe
Yeah, I'm
edition.
hop in that game, bro.
Yeah, it's PlayStation. It's a PlayStation. It's everywhere, but we got on PlayStation for like $8. So,
Yeah,
which was good, and you can't beat $8 at all. That's like for a digital, and it was a digital deluxe game. For $8, it was crazy. But
yeah.
we're going to be doing that. We're going to be doing reactions. We're going to be doing more live streams. We're going to try to do the live streams instead of being on Saturday. We're going to start doing it on a Friday, which is great.
Friday evenings, right?
Yeah.
Also, one more thing before the close up. When's the story for the Batman game gonna take place? Like from the last bit that left off?
It's going to be taking place between Arkham Asylum, and it's going to be taking place between Arkham Origins. So obviously we know that Kevin Conroy has passed away.
Yeah.
So the guy Roger Craig Smith, who actually did a great younger Batman game. Like I said, Arkham Origins is still on the internet to this day, and that game came out 11 years ago now. So it's super underrated. So we got it's going to take place between Arkham Asylum and Arkham Origins, and it's going to be Roger Craig Smith who's going to be voice acting Batman. Obviously, since Kevin Conroy's passed away, it's essentially a Arkham Origins sequel before Arkham Asylum. So how it really went, it went Asylum, it went City, then it went Arkham Origins, and then it went Arkham Knight. But in reality, it but the way that it's
from the storyline,
from the storyline, it was Origins, Asylum, City, and then Night. So Origins should have been first, storyline first, but they went Asylum, City, Origins, then Night. So it should have been Origins, Asylum, City, and then Night, which I think it still was able to be great.
Right. So what's your favorite Batman game out of the ones you mentioned?
I gotta go. I always say Arkham Knight. I say
Arkham Knight, bro.
Arkham City was I'm picking that over Arkham Knight.
Why?
I'm going City and Origins. City was when City first came out, bro. It got Game of the Year. Batman Arkham City had like the superhero game and a chokehold for a very, very long time.
Yeah, of course, because there's no one challenging at the time.
You still had the Spider-Man games that were coming out. All Shadows,
no,
Shadow Dimensions. You still had Web of Shadows, and you can go look those up now. Go on YouTube and go look up Spider-Man Web of Shadows. There is no
Spider-Man game, whether in the past, future, now, that beats what Insomniac is doing. Insomniac is the ultimate developer when it comes to Spider-Man games. Period.
Tripping, man.
Period.
Period, tripping, man.
Period, bro. Insomniac's the one killing it right now.
Yeah, right now. But
no. I mean, like, if you compare Insomniac games with the old Spider-Man games and anyone who's gonna make it in the future, Insomniac's the one killing it.
If I'm choosing,
I'm just speaking on Spider-Man games, not any other kind of games. Spider-Man games. I'm still going Spider-Man 2 on a PlayStation 2 is my top one. Get out of here, bro.
Go look up YouTube videos. Those guys will tell you the same thing.
The numbers don't lie, bro.
Yeah, that's numbers, man.
The numbers don't lie,
you
bro.
can't make a 2024 comparison to a 2004 comparison.
Yes, you can, bro.
That's a 20-year gap.
No, Call of Duty players to comparing.
That's a 20-year gap, bro.
Call of Duty players to comparing current Call of Duty to like Black Ops 2, bro. There's a reason for that. It's not about graphics. It's what the game felt like, what it felt to play, the energy it had, the enemies, bro, come on, bro. The way the game played, the feel, the energy came out with, the time it came out, the energy, like, bro, like, No one's beating Insomniac, bro. In the Spider-Man games, in that space, bro, it's Insomniac. It's period.
He's an Insomniac lover,
Bro,
man.
you see it, bro. I've platinum all the games coming out from Insomniac Spider-Man wise. Like they're amazing, bro. They done well with soundtrack, gameplay, open world, all the stuff, bro. They really thought about it. But also, because we know the PlayStation events coming out soon. Was it? It's gonna be like, what was it, this month?
There's supposed to be a state of play this month in May, and they're gonna do the Summer Game Fest next month in June. Mm-hmm. So we gotta wait and see, to see which one is. We gotta wait and see, because this year is looking dry on gaming. So I'm not even hyped for anything. I don't even want to talk about.
I don't think they're gonna release anything this year. I don't think. I think that's why I want to Arkham for what's coming next.
That's why when Arkham Shadow came out of nowhere, it was still talked about even right now, because it's like that wasn't on the roster at all. They just popped up with it. MetaQuest just popped up with it, and it's supposed to be releasing this year. So
unless they do a surprise release where they don't, like, give out any. Let's say they come out, the event is going on. They're like, this game is coming out.
Yeah, summer game, state of play. Yeah, they got to
kind of thing. That's the only time I can see the game being released. But apart from that, it's just gonna be announcements, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Only thing that's gonna get people hyped for this year is if
gaming's so dry. Fallout is coming out from the dead, bro. Fallout 4 is trending again. Fallout 76, especially Fallout 4, due to the show that's been, it's been doing great so far. A lot of people like it. I've still not got around to finish it, but Fallout 4 is back again. If you go check on Steam, it's like one of the top 10 most played games right now.
Yeah, that's what gaming's it's never really going to die. You're going to always have a lot to talk about, even if you're talking about older games. They came out, like you said, the Black Ops 2 came out in 2010, 12 maybe. So it's
it was about 2012.
Yeah, it came out 2012. It had to have been. No, it might have been. Yeah, it might have been 12.
2012.
10 was Black. 10 was the first.
I was playing it, bro.
10 was the first Black Ops that came out. But if like I said, if I had to choose, obviously Insomniac is nobody's going to beat them when it comes to the games. But me personally, and people that have been playing Spider-Man games for years, since we were younger, 8, 9, 10 years old, people are going to say Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 2 is still one of the underrated. A lot of people say that Spider-Man 2. They say Web of Shadows.
This guy. Someone give me a microphone, bro.
I'm telling you, bro.
You don't have a mic.
He's like that because he ain't played it. He hasn't played any of the Spider-Man games from back in the day. So
he's cracking jokes right now. Someone get him on the stage.
Y'all gotta excuse him, man. He hasn't played any of these Spider-Man games. I have the true Spider-Man.
I know people saying Web of Shadows is a good game. I've heard that many times. I've not played it. I could let that slide, but any other game apart from Web of Shadows, no one's coming close, bro. The one's coming close to something Spider-Man.
Because Black Ops was 2010, yeah. So Black Ops 2 came out in 2012. Web of Shadows was a game that released on the PlayStation 3 in like 2010. I think they came out 9 or 10.
Bro, hold on. Come on now, bro. You're telling me some Spider-Man games is worse than the previous one that came out?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
okay. So if that's not what you're saying, so it has to be the opposite, which means it's better than the previous one that came out.
Yeah, of course, bro. You got it.
There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying the previous ones are not good. I'm saying the ones we have now is just way better, bro. 100%.
Yeah, you making a comparison to a 2024 release opposed to a 2022. I mean,
I'm not talking about graphics. I'm talking about gameplay. I'm not talking about graphics.
Yeah, it feels a lot better playing this now. But if you go ask anybody what Spider-Man games they have in their top 3, they're going to say Spider-Man 2.
Because that's just nostalgia kicking in, bro. That's just nostalgia.
Ultimate Spider-Man they released on the GameCube, PlayStation 2, and the Xbox, and they're going to say any of the Insomniac games after that.
Bro, that's just nostalgia kicking in. It's the same reason why Call of Duty players keep complaining for every Call of Duty every single year, because they want to get the same feeling of Black Ops 2 again.
Plus, there's no other game that's coming out.
They don't realize Black Ops 2 came out in 2012. You are in 2024. it's never gonna feel like Black Ops 2 days anymore. Because if you get like a kid who just started playing games like 5 years ago, and you ask him what's his favorite shooter game, he's gonna tell you Fortnite, bro. And if you give him Black Ops 2 to play, he's gonna tell you, get the fuck out of here, bro. Because I don't know what you're talking about. Fortnite,
yeah, because he's too young. He's too young to even understand.
No. Because for us, the nostalgia is kicking in. It's like a drug, bro. When you see your old games, you don't want to hear no, you don't hear anything anymore. This is the game for me. This is the masterpiece because you're so used to it. It reminds you of the time you were playing it, or the memory still comes back. I still regard Battlefield 1 as one of the best games or best shooters so far because I've got like 1,000+ hours in the game, 1,600, and I love the game so much, bro.
But
and
that's what I'm saying.
It's one of the best games till now, but that's mainly because of nostalgia. Was it a great game? Yes. Is nostalgia kicking in? Yes, because 1,700 hours in the shooters game is no joke, bro. Like, it's the highest played game I've ever played. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, even if we're talking about Call of Duties, I'm going to Black Ops from 2010. Campaign mode was way better than any campaign that they released after that. Maybe Ghost.
Black Ops 3 was alright. Black Ops 3.
Call of Duty Black Ops 2010 had the best
Black Ops
campaign.
3? You play
Black Ops 3? I played all of them. I played all of them. That's how I can tell you. I played all the Spider-Man games.
Did you play Modern Warfare 3? Not this one, the first one.
The older ones, yes. I played all of those, bro.
Online?
Yes, I played all of those.
You played Black Ops 3 online?
That's why Black Ops 2 has the best zombie mode.
Character from
He said Ghost for sure. Yeah, we played that. That's my brother, man. We played all of those Call of Duties, man. That's why when people get to bring up Ghost was the second best story compared to 2010's Black Ops.
Bro, no,
where the guy literally killed JFK because he thought that he was brainwashed into thinking he was a Russian, one of the Russians, and he wasn't. So,
bro, Call of Duty Ghost is one of those Call of Duty when the game came out, everyone was shitting on it. But up until, like, let's say, like, let me be honest with you, right? This is the phenomenon that happens with every Call of Duty player. A new Call of Duty comes out, and they all get excited. They pre-order the game, they play it. 2 or 3 months down the line, they start trashing the game. You see 100 views, 1,000 views on YouTube saying the game is trash. A new trailer comes out for the next game. Oh, that's the next game. That's the main. That's what we're waiting for. Not this crap we're playing now. They get the next game. They play it. Oh no, this game is trash. They go back to the old one. That's what happened with Call of Duty Ghost. Was when the game came out, everyone was trashing it, bro. Years down the line, everyone's like, "Oh, do you know what? That was actually a good game. Oh my god, this one here is trash."
It's because people are weirdos, bro.
Same thing is happening now with a Modern Warfare 3. When Modern Warfare 3 was announced, everyone said, "Oh, that's the game we want." Because the movement in Modern Warfare 3 was
it came
so
back.
fast.
It wasn't. It came because they took it away in Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, and then
they took away slide canceling. They brought it back.
Exactly,
in 3. Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3. Everyone's like, "Oh, Modern Warfare 2 is trash. Modern Warfare 3 has a slide cancel and that stuff."
Until the guns came out with higher TTKs.
Yeah.
People couldn't keep up because people on
and
PCs
pushing
240 frames.
Now
everybody's talking about
games.
All Modern.
Now they go back to all the games like Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, and etc., bro.
It's never going to beat 2019. Where people are trying to get back to 2019, and it's just not going to happen. It's not going to ever happen, ever. Modern Warfare
2019 is really good.
Was really the best, one of the best Call of Duties in my book. I'm 19. In my top 3, I'm going 2019. I'm going Black Ops. I'm going Ghost, and I'm going 2019. If I had to choose the best Call of Duty, World at War was really good too.
For me, I'm going Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare 2019, and Modern Warfare 2. To be honest, the first Modern Warfare 2 was good, but I'm not gonna rank it because I didn't play it. That's the only thing. But the original Modern Warfare 2 was a good game. Everyone said it was good, but I didn't play it, so I'm not gonna put it in my rankings. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So,
but yeah, so
he even said Ghost for sure.
Yeah, we'll probably just wait for see what PlayStation has to give us. Slightly excited. At least we get some announcements for future games. You know, that's not bad at all. But yeah, bro. Well, guys, I think Dev is lagging a little bit, but regardless, we're gonna end the stream here. If you did enjoy the stream, please leave a like. Let us know in the comment section. What do you think? Like, what do you think about the the non-compete laws being put in action? Are you excited for the next Batman game? We have the last Batman game we had was like years ago. So let us know down in the comment section below what you think. Are you excited to play it? Are you gonna get a VR headset for the game? I don't know for myself, but I probably will. I don't know for sure. And also, Rockstar, there might be game delays as well, here and there, because there've been a shit ton of layoffs right now. So let us know in the comment section below. And with that being said, I enjoy having you today. And thanks for watching. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next stream. See ya.